Hello. All right, ladies and gentlemen, can you hear me in the back? Hello? Everyone, if everyone could please quiet down, we're going to begin. So my name is Marco Carrion. I'm the Commissioner of the Mayor's Community Affairs Unit. I want to welcome everyone to Gracie Mansion for our Greek Heritage event celebrating Greek Independence Day. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'd like to start off by inviting Petros Golatolas, President of the Federation of Hellenic Societies of the Greater New York. And now it is my honor and privilege to welcome to the stage His Eminence, Archbishop Demetrius of America. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Allow me to depart from our routine and the ordinary invocation that we use all these years. This year will be the hymn Ti Permachou. That's related to the event. I would like to ask all of us to chant it. Ti Permachou strategota νικητήρια ως λυτρωθήσα των δεινών ευχαριστήρια αναγράφωση η πόλη σου Θεοτόκε άλλος έχου σαν το κράτος απροσμάκητον εκ παντίον με κινδύνων ελευθερώσον ή να κράζωση χαίρε νύμφη ανύμφευτε. Honorable and beloved Mr. Mayor, beloved brothers and sisters of the Greek American community, once again we are together to celebrate Greek Independence Day, a day honoring the revelation for independence by the Greek people that started on the 25th of March 1821. We are very thankful to our mayor, Mr. de Blasio, for opening this historic house for such an event once again. When our ancestors stood up after 4 centuries of suffering under the yoke of Ottoman Empire, such an uprising was considered utter, clear foolishness. How could a handful of people with no proper weapons, no financial resources, no external alliances, do anything to liberate themselves from a mighty and strong empire? But they really did the impossible. They stand and they had as a tremendous and inspiring example 3 important events of the past: the Battle of Marathon, the Battle of Thermopylae, and the naval battle of Salamis. Why this? Because in these occasions, very few Greek fighters were victorious over the huge Persian armies and the gigantic Persian fleet. The Greeks of 1821 were also cognizant of the fact that their ancestors of Byzantium were for more than 1,000 years being constantly encircled and attacked by a multitude of enemy forces, yet they were able to maintain the integrity of the Byzantine state for more than 1,000 years. They also were conscious of their most precious Orthodox Christian faith, which strengthened them during suffering enormous deaths as martyrs without ever succumbing to the pressure. With these mental and spiritual capacities, the fighters of 1821 started the revolution and in a few years ended with the creation of the new Greek state. Excuse me. Now we honor them today, being fully aware of the huge sacrifices by which freedom, liberty, and independence for both individuals and the state were achieved. These gifts and privileges granted by God to each and every human being on earth are even today, in our time, frequently non-existing entities. Greek Independence Day is a reminder of the need to continue without compromise all efforts to establish freedom and independence for all the people who live on earth. And we proceed having the assurance that Almighty God, the creator of the universe and of each and every one of us, human beings, is with us, blessing such a sacred and holy effort. Mr. Mayor and beloved people, what you do for us on this day, for which we are deeply grateful, is something that happens in the capital of the world, New York, a place in which people originating from 198 different nations live together, fully enjoying liberty and independence. May God bless all these people, New Yorkers, Americans, and Greeks. May God bless our mayor, his family, his co-workers, and the leadership of this city. And may God bless our efforts for resolving pending painful issues for us Greek Americans, namely efforts for religious freedom for our ecumenical patriarchate, for freedom and unification of Cyprus, and for an appropriate solution to the name of Fyrom, respecting historical truth, justice, and freedom. We fight and we believe, and we know that everything is possible for those who believe in God of justice, love, and freedom. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our mayor, the mayor of City of New York, Mr. de Blasio.
Isn't it an extraordinary honor to have the Archbishop with us? Let's thank him for all he does. I don't know about you, but I could listen to Archbishop Demetrios all day long because I love his voice. I love the passion with which he speaks. I love how intelligent, how learned he is. And when he talks about the history, you feel like you're there. And Archbishop, thank you for reminding everyone of the power of this history. We are gathered here today because of patriots who took on, as you said, what appeared to be an impossible battle for their freedom, for the respect of their people. We learn time and time again in history, and this man's also a great historian, I know. History teaches us that we have to recognize our own power, our own ability to change the circumstance we live in. Those patriots understood it then and created the Greek nation we know today. And we celebrate it so grandly here in New York City and all over the world. The parade and the festivities and the people who gather, everyone here included, are people who have achieved so much, accomplished so much, given back so much to this city and this country. But all of that would have been impossible had not those underdogs stood up and fought against a great empire, against what appeared to be unsurmountable odds. Everyone has benefited in this room from the actions of those patriots almost 2 centuries ago. And it should put in perspective to us what today seems commonplace once upon a time seemed almost impossible. It should encourage us to believe in the difference that we can make in our own time, in the name, as the Archbishop said, in the name of freedom, freedom of faith, freedom of expression, freedom for people all over the world. And no place epitomizes that better than New York City. If I may say, I know you have a very large purview, Archbishop, and you represent people in so many parts of this nation and beyond, but I have to say, I think our city, we should be proud of the ideal that is lived out here every day. People can live in freedom and dignity. People of all backgrounds can practice their faith openly and freely. All opinions are respected. Let me be clear, New Yorkers have very strong opinions, so you may get something back if you say it, but the assumption in this great place is that we live and let live. And it's pretty amazing. I love to talk about New York City through the example of a typical subway car. I was on the subway earlier today. You look around the subway car, you see every kind of person. People of all faiths, all backgrounds, from all nations, people whose family have been here for 10 generations, and people who just got here all together. And it may not be exactly perfect harmony, but it is a kind of harmony that's very powerful because people manage to get along. That's our great gift to the world. Now, we are here to celebrate the greatness of the Greek people. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you on behalf of all 8.5 million New Yorkers. I want to offer my personal thanks to the Greek people. I want to thank you for a few very specific things. I want to thank you for democracy. That was really, really helpful. Thank you. Willie, we couldn't do it without you. I want to thank you for helping us think by having established the notion of philosophy. Thank you. Philosophy, it's a great thing. For those of us who like to be entertained and enlightened, thank you for the concept of drama. Okay? Everything I'm naming here, as you can imagine, is fundamental to our society. All of it began in Greece. Why don't you give yourselves a round of applause? Before I turn to our special guest, I want to thank all the people in this room who are part of our administration, who do so much to help this city. I want you to first applaud all of them for their public service. Thank you to all the members of the administration. A very special thank you to one member of the administration in particular, and she is extraordinarily proud of her Greek heritage. It's something she thinks about a lot, she cares about a lot, and she has continued to be elevated in this administration, which proves the Greeks always get ahead in the end because they work so hard. They work so hard, right? Right? So I want to give a special acknowledgement to my Chief of Staff, Emma Wolf. Emma, you have to come out here for a moment. Come on. She's out there. Where are you? She's hiding somewhere. All right, I'm calling her out for a great moment, and there you go. Wave. There you go. Wave to the crowd. There. If anyone says the Greeks don't have enough power, you already have the chief of staff. You've done very, very well. You've done very well. I want to thank the international dignitaries who are present, who grace us as part of this ceremony today. And a special thank you to someone who has done so much for this community in this city as the president of the Federation of Hellenic Societies, Petros Galatoulas. Thank you. I'm sorry, Galatoulas. I always struggle over it. Thank you. Okay. And whatever he said, I agree. Now, when we gather each year, we have an opportunity to honor someone special who epitomizes the accomplishments of the community. And every community is made up of people who work hard, who do great things through their businesses, through the arts, through so many governments, so many parts of our society. Every community has everyday heroes, and every community has some famous names as well. And this is someone who represents one of the great names in the Greek-American experience. She is known for so many things, for being an actress of great acclaim, for being someone who has advocated on behalf of women and the environment. She was also a delegate to the 1988 Democratic Convention, which nominated her cousin to be President of the United States. And she won the highest honor that is given in her chosen profession when she won an Oscar from the Academy for the movie Moonstruck. We are so honored to have with us here at Gracie Mansion one of the great cultural figures in the Greek-American experience. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Olympia Dukakis.
Thank you so much.
Very welcome.
Thank you. And thank you to my son, who helped me on.
We love you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's wonderful to be included in the group of, thank you. It's wonderful to be included in the group of people who have been part of the cultural development of this city. That is not an easy thing, and I'm very grateful that I had the opportunity. I'm very grateful that people chose me for certain things, and it's been very important to me, and it's a part of my life. I want to thank Mayor de Blasio for this opportunity. And what is it an opportunity for me for? To create a moment of recognition for the Greek community as a whole and its many contributions to life here in New York City. More than anything, I want young Greek Americans to know that this is a city of opportunity for them, as it has been for me. It doesn't mean I didn't struggle. It doesn't mean I didn't walk up 5 flights of stairs on 2nd Street down between A and B. You know. It doesn't mean that I didn't have all of that. I had all of that, and I'm afraid more at times. But this is a city for deep friendships. I think you all know that. You know it from the opportunities that you've had and from the people that you've met and what has happened. These deep, deep friendships. This is a city where you may struggle, but you can succeed. And that is what young people really need to understand, that there is no escaping the struggle. There's no, but through that, there is the possibility for success. I suppose at my age, I should have more pithy things to say.
That was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Not bad, not bad. I just want to give you the blessings to all of you and to all of your efforts and to your children. All right, thank you very much. I have a few friends in the house.
I think you did
Oh,
oh, wait, we have a proclamation. Yes, I forgot about this part. This is very important. Okay. Stay where you are. Whoa, careful, careful. You good?
Okay, yeah, I'm good.
Okay. This proclamation.
Thank you.
Yes, I was supposed to give it to you before you spoke. I got everything mixed up. That's okay. It still works. This proclamation.
It didn't look that way.
It looked good. This proclamation speaks about your extraordinary achievements and what you mean to this community. But the best part is at the very end. I'm going to read the last sentence. It says, "Now, therefore, I, Bill de Blasio, Mayor of the City of New York, do hereby proclaim Tuesday, March 20th, 2018, in the City of New York as Olympia Dukakis Day." Talking about it.
All right, gentlemen. Where do you think that picture's going? Okay, thank you very much.
There you go. Well So I just want you to think about it now. You have President's Day, you have Columbus Day, now you have Dukakis Day, okay? Well, everyone, thank you for joining us. This is one of the most festive and wonderful occasions of the year because there's no more festive community than the Greek community. Who agrees with me? So everyone, thank you. I celebrate this beautiful community, and I congratulate you for another wonderful year. Thank you, everyone.
Μας κάνει κακό κι οι δυο μας τα πονάμε να μείνει